There is an all-out war in America with Bitcoin and XRP. They're making it so unbelievably confusing. But remember, first they resist it, then they sue it, then they regulate it, then they join it. And if you know how to navigate this massive change in the financial system, you could radically transform your family's life. So today's video, we're going to break down how they went from Bitcoin as a fraud to now maybe being able to use it to pay your taxes, how a presidential candidate wants all the mining in America for Bitcoin, and how XRP and Ripple is crushing it all over the world as Gary Gensler puts his claws in the financial system. So let's take a look. This is going to be a wild 24 months. All right, the first thing that we're going to take a look at is it says breaking. This is from Bitcoin Magazine. Breaking U.S. Congressman Matt Gaetz introduces a bill to allow federal income tax to be paid with Bitcoin. Now, he's just introducing a bill, but I guarantee you that they're going to be like, hell yes, they want your Bitcoin, guys. Think about that. They want your Bitcoin. They want all this in the centralized system. They want as much of this as they can. BlackRock, the largest asset manager in the world, has the ETF. We know JP Morgan's involved in it. We know Wells Fargo's involved in it. They all got access to it. And I'll tell you what, once regulation hits, boom, these institutions are coming in. Everybody wants a piece of the new financial system. So this is pretty big news, guys. And I'm pretty sure, to me, that's something they will do. And then as we move forward, Bitcoin miners at Donald Trump's closed door event say he thinks Bitcoin can help with AI arms race. Now, write down AI. Okay, so we have the cryptocurrency boom right now. But remember, guys, remember AI. AI needs something to transact these payments. Things are going to be moving really, really fast. They have to have blockchain. We have to have cryptocurrency in the future. Okay, so be very careful as you navigate through this, not to get fudded in, not to get fudded out, but to have a fundamental long-term game plan. So it says Donald Trump says he wants all future Bitcoin to be minted in the United States. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so we continue on here. So Bitcoin Magazine just in, U.S. Senator Cynthia Lummis on pro-Bitcoin bill getting passed in Louisiana. This is why Bitcoiners should be American patriots. You can fight for your rights and win. So Cynthia Lummis is our crypto friend here within the governmental structure within America. So we got Bitcoin, a bill working or a bill being created to pay your taxes in Bitcoin. But who the hell is going to pay their taxes in Bitcoin? Donald Trump says he wants all the mining in America. It's becoming a crypto presidential election. Cynthia Lummis has the first bill passing in Louisiana for cryptocurrency. And as we move forward over to XRP, a lot of exciting things. Oh, we got one more bit of news. Okay. Remember, Warren Buffett said that he thinks that Charlie Munger, God rest his soul, two of my favorite investors, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, they talked about it being rat poisoning. Well, one of his top performing recent investments, Nubank, is crushing it. Well, Nubank, thrilled to announce, has selected Lightspark to bring Bitcoin Lightning Network to the UMA, University Money Addresses, via Unistandard to its platform for customers, now working with Nubank team and integration. So Nubank and Lightspark to bring Bitcoin Lightning Network to its network. So yeah, Warren Buffett says it's rat poisoning, but one of his top performing investments, Nubank, is a cryptocurrency bank that is bringing the Lightning Network to their platform. Okay, so that's Bitcoin. Now let's get over to XRP news, which is very, very exciting. One of my favorite cryptocurrencies. Like, I believe Bitcoin, and I'm not saying this is what I believe is going to happen. The top three are going to be Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP. That's the top three. Okay. It's just like the auto boom, the .com boom. I'm not saying that you need to invest in those three. What I'm saying is that's going to be the top three. We know Ethereum got a pass by the SEC twice, right? They're deep in the banking system. Dive into consensus. You'll understand the whole system if you go deep into it. Okay. You got Bitcoin already on the CFTC website as a commodity, right? Store of value. We got XRP, the only one that beat the SEC. Ethereum got a free pass. And Gary Gensler, just unbelievable what he's doing with this ecosystem. We'll see if he survives this. But outside of America, XRP is crushing it. Outside of America, Ripple is crushing it. So this is awesome. This is a Ripple executive says, great to see continued momentum of the XRP ledger in Korea. With more enterprises entering the digital space, it's critical for them to have access to reliable enterprises grade digital asset platforms. Excited to see Infinite Block, the only licensed digital asset custody provider, unlocking opportunities for XRP users in Korea. So in other countries, okay, the actual licensed institutions are using XRPL. Okay, so this is the Infinite Block pioneering the future. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see that. Pioneering the future of finances in the digital asset area. So the top companies all over the world are working with Ripple, are working with XRP, as Gary Gensler drags them through the mud here in America because they're the most disruptive technology. This came out on June 24th, 2024. Ripple's CBDC advisor highlights the key features of the digital euro. The European Central Bank recently published an updated report detailing the progress of the digital euro project since the start of its preparation in phase in November 2023. This phase aims to build on the previous results and lay the groundwork for potential issuance by October 2025. Ripple advisor to the CBDC, Anthony Welfare, spoke at the event, highlighting the key features and the ongoing progress of the digital euro project. He noted significant progress in the areas such as privacy for online and offline transactions, the development of offline functionality, and the establishment of standard set of rules for digital euro payments. Progress being made on the digital euro. The results of the techno work conducted in the following areas: privacy, digital euros, offline functionality, and the rule book. Okay, so we got Ripple heavily involved in everything. Ripple's on the advisory committee for the BIS, the digital euro. I mean, they are so involved in everything. So I'm going to end you guys with this video right here from Anthony Pompliano. I love his content. I love what he does. He's very, very fundamental, very facts, figures, numbers, logic. So let's listen to what's happening within the Bitcoin ecosystem or the cryptocurrency ecosystem to finish this off.
And then lastly, I think, is we get to the summertime, right? You see this, a lot of people in the public markets will say, invest till May and then go away. And so you start to see some of that as well here, where people are seeing these really explosive moves at the beginning of the year. And then also Q4 tends to be a big kind of quarter for crypto as well. And so Q2 into Q3 tends to go kind of sideways. I think that's just what we're seeing.
We've noted that it has decoupled a little bit from just the risk on trade and the NASDAQ trade. And stocks have held up better than Bitcoin, even though the prospect of rate cuts is 5, 4, 3, 2. Now I don't know where we are. We're at one rate cut this year. That's what Bitcoin really needed was an easier Fed. That's what always juices it.
What I think is really interesting is, a couple of years ago, it was all about Bitcoin and crypto. Now, a lot of people are talking about AI, but I think people are kind of missing that these are actually part of the same trend. Right? We're going into this automated world where AI is going to create enormous amounts of wealth, and Bitcoin is going to protect that wealth. And so when you start to see these technologies coming together, an easy way to see that intersection is, what money are the machines going to use?
Then why is it diverging?
Well, what you start to see is people are putting capital, they outlay it into Bitcoin, into crypto, and now they move over to AI, they'll go and they'll invest there. But it's not like Bitcoin is going and falling, 50%. What they're going to do is, as AI continues to, kind of get larger, there's more wealth generated there, people are going to look to protect that wealth. And I think that they'll go back into Bitcoin. And so my guess is that AI and Bitcoin are both a 10-year trend here. We've got massive tailwinds. And the good news for the United States is there's a potential that GDP will actually increase because of the productivity from AI, and then Bitcoin being able to protect a lot of this wealth. I think that people looking at this as what's going to happen day to day or week to week are missing this huge tailwind for the next decade.
So yes, that's what I want you guys to hear. So look at what Trump is campaigning on now, is bringing the miners to America, guys. Why do you think he's doing that? Think about that for just a moment. America is still the greatest country in the world, guys. America is still the most innovative. It has the best scientists, has the best everything. We have the most wealth, okay? Yes, we're the dominant currency right now. Yes, countries are dumping treasuries. Yes, they're working to de-dollarize. But I'm telling you what, guys, after this presidential election, if it's done correctly, America could boom again. It could, absolutely could, if it does it correctly. It's a big transition in Web 2.0 to Web 3.0, industrial to technical, an old archaic banking system to a new banking system, which is AI technology. Okay, money moving at the speed of light, blockchain, connectivity, right? So all the things we're investing in, instead of looking at it as this extreme, it is extremely speculative. That the reason why too, it's going up and down, and it's speculative right now. It's not, we're not in the utility phase, right? We're in this internet's just coming out, emails just coming out, all these .com companies, right? That none of them are here anymore. All these cryptocurrency companies. This is a speculative phase. This is where the money can be made. And that's why I'm super careful during these times. Okay. I have my big, my top 5 that I believe, that I think are going to be here for the rest. Most of them are ISO, right? So I have Bitcoin. We have the top 5 that I think are going to be here. Okay. That I think are going to be here is, and you have, because I told you about the top 3, there's Bitcoin, commodity. Okay, you got Ethereum, got a pass by the SEC twice now. Okay, we know they're bought into Ethereum. Something's going on there. XRP, right? We know that it's the most disruptive asset in the world. It ain't going nowhere, right? And then I believe VeChain, supply chain management. And then what would be the other one that I would say would be in the top? Man, that's a tough pick right here. XLM. So those are my top 5 that I think are going to be here. And then the rest I believe are going to be here. We got QNT, you got HBAR. A lot of many others out there, and I've pretty robust. I've actually shortened my portfolio quite a bit, consolidated into really fundamental. So anyways, so what I talk about on the back end of every video is how I do it. And if you are interested, a lot of people, we get tons of messages on a daily basis. I talk about insuring my wealth. So I'm a licensed insurance agent. And so basically I have a team of all 50 states and Canada, and we teach people how I insure my wealth. Now there's many different products you can help your family with. I use insurance. So I pull from high risk, high return. I pull it down. Think about it. I'm taking house money. Okay. If I put in $10 into the market and I make $20, that $10 that I pull profit, 50% is house money. So what do I do with the house money? I lock it up. And I will look for 3 things: my principal, securing my principal, compounding my money, and being able to multiply my money. So I use insurance. So I pull it down, I insure my wealth, and that allows me to protect my principal, be able to compound at 10% every 7 years, and be able to borrow against to repeat the process. So now I'm borrowing against house money, and I repeat the process, right? So if you're interested, if you click the description of this video, fill out a needs assessment, the proper team member will reach out to you. Or if you click my profile in my social media platform, you fill out a needs assessment, okay? So that's what I do. I pull from the top as we head into the bull run. I don't care about the news or someone saying it's going to go to this or going to go to that. I just follow my price target. So I use Merlin, the smartest way to track your crypto. These are all products that I own. Everything I talk about is something I own or I'm a co-founder of. Merlin, down below, you can download 30 days for free. We developed Merlin. So you put all your exchanges in there. We don't hold your keys or combos. It's just an interface. From there, you can set up an exit target. So I get an alert from Merlin. Hey, JV, you're getting close to XRP's all-time high. Okay. I exit 10% of 50%. Pull it out. Tells me how much I owe Uncle Sam for taxes based on long-term or short-term capital gains. I pull that down. I max fund my policies. I continue the process. So I keep it very, very simple, not very complex. So I just want to make sure that people understand that this time right now is so important, because there's going to be so much hype as this starts off. But first of all, I have an investment thesis. I'm a Warren Buffett style investor in crypto. Now, what does that mean? I'm long-term fundamental. Okay. But I also have a strict plan with 50% because I don't think I'll make this large amount of money in this short amount of time ever again. Right. So I'm going to do something with that money, because I wasn't born with wealth. I didn't grow up in a wealthy family. And so my job is to create that wealth, and freedom is really important to me. So I use my money to free up time. And then on top of all of that, I protect that with what I call the Rockefeller waterfall system. So the Rockefellers are the Vanderbilts. Vanderbilts ran out of money, I think, in 7 generations. Rockefellers are one of the richest family in the world because how they set up their family. Okay. So my trust attorney set it up so it waterfalls. Right? When somebody borrows from the dynasty part of our trust as I pass, right? I think that'd be irrevocable. It can't be changed. They have to add an insurance policy to it. So whenever someone dies, the death benefit fulfills the dynasty policy. So, and how did I learn all this stuff? So it was when I lost everything, man. They took away my right to run my business during the pandemic, and it pissed me off. Ended up going to have to live back with my parents. It was like 43 years old. It was embarrassing, man. I was in a vertical strategy. I left corporate America, became self-employed, right? I was working in the business, trading time for money. So if I couldn't, the pandemic proved it, right? So if I couldn't if I didn't have anything to trade time for, I couldn't make any money. So they shut down my business. So I couldn't trade time for money. I didn't have passive income. I had a robust crypto portfolio and I didn't touch it. So I decided to humble myself, move back in with my parents. I'm like, wait a minute, let me figure out how this works. So I went to a place where it's free education, the library. And I started reading everything I could. Richest Man in Babylon. You know, I went back through Think and Grow Rich, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Cash Flow Quadrant. And I started realizing, okay, the problem with what I'm doing right now is everything's vertical. So if crypto's not doing well, I'm not doing well. If my business, if I can't trade time for money, I can't make money. So the first thing I did when I came back and the business opened back up, I scaled myself up and I brought team members in and I became an entrepreneur. So now other people are trading time for money, helping me with the businesses. And I'm taking the money and I'm moving it down the cash flow quadrant that up for my profits. And I became an investor, right? So not only was I no longer trading time for money, and I still trade time for money right now, I'm trading time to run my businesses, but I'm in a different position now. So when I'm sleeping, our companies are making money 24 hours a day. When that money comes in, I move it down the cash flow quadrant and I invest. Okay. So I didn't buy Lambos and Ferraris and nice houses and all these things and do a bunch of stuff to flex. I took that money and I put it into the capital markets. When the capital markets went up, I pulled profits and I pulled it down and secured it. Secured my money, compounding my money, and then I can borrow against it. So that was the first cycle, was 2020, learning that, to 2022. And then 2022 to 2024 was the accumulation phase when crypto collapsed. So I'm accumulating, and it's going to go through that same cycle again. And that's where our family's life really starts to change. But the things that I had to develop is, number one, financial literacy. Number two, extreme discipline in my finances, right? There's a lot of things that I want and I can get right now, but I'm like, I want it. I don't need it, right? So when I want something, I wait till an asset can buy it, right? So both the cars that I drive, one is paid for by one of our companies. We got a tax write-off. I do drive a nice car on my Freedom Asset Management side, but that is a huge asset for me because I get a huge tax write-off for that, right? What else? I'm trying to think about lessons that I've shared. Yeah, but it was just changing my frame of mind. I still have a lot to learn. So now I'm heading into a totally different paradigm. So I'm learning from, my trust attorney is absolutely amazing. Just getting access to new information. I moved into a C Corp. So I changed one of my companies into my Freedom Asset Management into a C Corp now. I went from an LLC to a C Corp. I'm learning to run everything through my Freedom Asset Management group. So that's kind of like the next phase of what I'm going through. So, yeah, I hope this information reaches you well. I love you guys. I'm going to keep educating, keep helping. I love all of you guys, every single one of you, the negative, the positive, and I want to expand conscious with you. So love you guys. I appreciate you. As we always say, warriors, rise, get your shit together. Let's go. Love you guys.